Man, talking for 10 minutes is crazy. Okay, we're starting this video off walking. We're on the move, baby. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, or at least talk about this, is because over the years it's changed so much for me. I used to hate going on walks. I'll prefer to run somewhere rather than walk. Maybe because I'm impatient, maybe because it, I don't know, didn't feel good on my body. But what I found in my old age is that it gives me an opportunity to kind of decompress. And I've started to combine it with grounding, so being outside in the grass, trying to be in some sunshine just for a little bit of time. If you're at the house or, I don't know, at work or laying in bed, it's all good. You can stay there, but you could also use this next 10 minutes to hop up, go on a little walk. That's our workout for the day. And I think it's really important to have things that you can do consistently. I know that everybody, just like we all breathe, we all walk. Well, I won't say that. Some people don't walk. For the most part, we all move from one place to another place. And when it comes to doing a strength and conditioning program, not only is walking important for like the physical aspects of it, but it's also something that we can do intentionally. That's something that we do all the time. What do I mean by that is, I mentioned my father in the last video and his approach to his job and how he's so active on his job. So he gets done with his job and he's like, I'm not doing anything. I'll work my ass off all day. And I feel that, and I hear that. When you're in a strength and conditioning program, it's important to do things intentionally. So if we have 10 elements or 10 attributes or 10 skills, whatever the thing is, and of those 10 skills, you address 6 of them while you're going about your day-to-day life. And there are 4 other ones that you haven't addressed or you could focus a little more on, then it's like that's where we want to spend the bulk of our time when it comes to our strength and conditioning program. So as long as all the boxes are getting checked, really that's the most important thing. So I don't really mind how people approach, as long as the approach is intentional. So the goal for this walk is to do something with the intention of practicing our strength and conditioning today. Now, you may think, how is walking a part of strength and conditioning? Depending on how fast you're walking, or how hard it is, or whether you're going up and down hills, you got a ruck on, like you can make it pretty challenging. You could also make it something that's more recovery based. But no matter what, the intention behind it is the thing I want to focus on, because that gives us the ability to, regardless of how we feel that day or at that moment, it gives us the mental wherewithal or fortitude to say, like, you know, I'm doing something specifically to work on my strength and conditioning. I'm not just going about my normal day. Today I felt shit, I'm gonna be real. I stayed up way too late. I finished season 1 of House of Dragon, and I woke up, I don't know, feeling kind of off. And in my elder years, in my old age now, like I'm trying to find ways to always do something to improve. And not that, like, this is, you know, my counselor talking. There's nothing wrong with me now. But I like to look at each day and say, like, you know, what can I do today? Not what am I able to do or what do I want to do, but what can I do to kind of work on getting my body to be in a position where I can not push, but progress. Sometimes it's backing off a little bit and still doing something intentionally to work on progressing. And other times it's like pushing. Today it's like a back off day for me. So I knew this was coming, and I knew we were gonna use a walk for the first week because I wanted to kind of be something that people can do. And there are metrics that you can have with it, and there are things that you can do every single day to push with walking. There are things you can do every single day to back off with walking. And I would like to just talk about the approaches of it and how we can apply it to what we do. So that's exactly what the hell we're doing. I used to hate walking when I was younger. We would walk everywhere or ride bikes, or, in a small little town, that's how we got around. And walking just took so much time, and I've always been impatient and hate waiting, and kind of just wanted to be where I wanted to be. And I thought today, a walk and talk for 15 minutes is gonna be the most boring thing ever. But it was a great time, I think, for us, for the most of us, to get acquainted, because you guys, you don't really know me. And even people that see me, they don't really know me. So I would like, the thing I would like most, to use opportunities like this, not just to kind of get a video out, but to give you guys a chance to get a little insight into who I am and why these things are valuable and important to me. And not only that, why I want to share them with you guys. So earlier I did this video, and I just felt like it felt so forced, I don't know, unauthentic. Like I'm trying to spit out all the important aspects of walking and why it's such a good thing for you to do, and why you need to make sure you get your 8,000 steps in a day, and if you just ate food, the best thing to do to help digestion is to walk, and blah, 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 blah. And it seemed forced and, not really authentic, because it's just like more shit. It's more, fitness stuff that you already know that you'll never use. And that's the last thing I want for the Most of Us program. So rather than that, I just want to kind of chop it up a little bit, give you guys a little insight into who I am as a person and kind of the way I think about this stuff. Because I think if this is gonna work, it has to mean something, not just to you guys, but to me. And if there's one thing I can't stand, I don't really like being on camera, but I really don't like being on camera if it's doing shit that doesn't feel real to me. So I try my best to speak in my regular voice, use my my regular speech patterns, and just talk the same way I would to somebody in a gym. I want to do all that without, just spitting out dumb shit that nobody cares about. There's this thing like grounding, putting my feet on the fucking grass, and it feels really good. And since I started walking more, me and a friend started walking together, sporadically. And I didn't really like it for most of my life, if I'm being honest. I remember my partner, we got kids together. She used to always want to go on walks when we were together, which I was always like, I hate walking, I never want to do that, blah, blah, blah. And maybe just because I got older, I'm a little more open to things. I've slowed down in a lot of other ways. But this past year or so, I kind of started getting into walking a little bit more frequently. And now it's to the point where I use it as a tool, just like breathing, just like scheduling things out, or putting, my clothes out, getting ready for the day, the night before the day. There's a level of, or a sense of ease that comes with it, because it doesn't feel like I have to get up or gas myself up or get excited. It's like, just go out and fucking walk and kind of let the thoughts melt away. That's how I approach it now. Whether I'm with somebody or not, it's nice to just have it as an option. And then, coupled with that, being out in the sunshine, something I love and I know helps me feel better. And having my feet barefoot in grass, it really helps a lot. So I've kind of stacked those things together, the walking with the grass and with the sunshine, and just with the ease that comes mentally, to where it gives me a tool. And with these tools, I feel like I can make a lot of strides with being able to stay mentally, I'll say sharp or primed. Because what used to happen when I was younger, I used to get into situations where physically I'm in a position where I can train and I can do things, but mentally I would take myself out of it just because that day didn't feel good mentally, just like, oh, I don't feel it today. And I would kind of just go with it or force myself through it. And I paid the price in a major way, you know. I would figure it out, push it, work myself into a rhythm is what I used to say. I would drink a fucking Red Bull and go, not worry about my sleep, not worry about how I was eating, not worry about how I felt, and just push my body to the point where it said no. And since then, I've started to switch up my approach a little bit and utilize these different tools, but also pay attention to what I'm doing and how what I'm doing makes me feel in response. And I'm not a big feelings kind of fella, but through conversations with my counselor, who's become a sort of a mentor for me, I've been able to figure out a lot of different things about myself as being patterns. Like the way that I feel in the moment is a result of a lot of different inputs. And what I want is I want to take note of the input to where I can take responsibility for the output. So in this strength and conditioning program, the goal is to improve your strength and your conditioning. That's the output we're looking for, progress or progress. We want to progress. In order to do that, we have to take note of your inputs, which means we have to create awareness and attention. And then from all of those things, we can then use things like this and apply intention into our practices, discipline ourselves, and develop the principles that are going to push us forward. I feel like there's a lot of alliteration stuff. I'm not trying to be too cute with this one, more just say that I really think we can change some shit, man. If I'm being honest, I think that there are a lot of things that we can practice just through video. Me talking to a camera, walking in a park, you guys walking and kind of chilling in your own worlds. And it gives us an opportunity to choose the things that we're interested in and prepares us to progress in those programs. So I don't care what program you want to do. I think that if we continue to work in this realm, we can start to put you in the position to where you can knock that shit out. This is the second workout. It's just practicing our approach. This entire week is kind of preparation for what will be coming, but the goal is the same as always, is to keep things simple, not easy. I hope you guys feel good. If you don't, take off your fucking shoes, take off your socks, go get in the grass. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, baby. See you in the next one.